Hi, this is Professor Arujo Moreno with an overview of Module 5. You'll see that Module 5 is open. The to-do list is here for you. Notice that in this particular module, we're covering 3 chapters, but we're only doing a part of Chapter 7, just the first learning objective with a heavy emphasis on internal controls to prevent fraud. Extremely important stuff. Chapter 8 looks at receivables in a lot more detail. Accounts receivable is most of the chapter, although Learning Objective 3 goes into notes receivable in detail. Again, there are a couple of methods to learn in Chapter 8 that's going to take a little bit of time to get through. There are 4 objectives there before a review. Chapter 9 is the larger chapter. There are 5 different objectives, and they're really important. They all are on property, plant, and equipment. How exactly do they calculate the cost of an asset like land or buildings or vehicles? You're going to be learning that here. And then, of course, once they've done that, they have to decide how many years they're going to be using it for business purposes, which is its useful life. And then it comes down to what we call depreciation. And so depreciation is an extremely important part of chapter 9. We're going to be focusing solely on straight line depreciation. There are 2 other methods, but they are not used very frequently. Straight line depreciation is used in about 80% of companies that are out there. So we focus on that. Then chapter 9 goes into, well, now that you've had this vehicle for 4 years and it's no longer useful to your business, what happens when you sell it? Well, oftentimes what here we're going to be looking at is the calculation of a gain or a loss when they sell off a fixed asset. So that's going to be important to know how to do. Learning Objective 4 talks much detail about intangible assets, extremely important topic in today's world since many of the largest companies that we know to exist, like Apple, like Google, Amazon to a large degree, Facebook, these companies basically built their business around an intangible asset, be it's an idea like a patent or a copyright, trademarks, other types of things. So it's very important to understand what they are. Mostly we're going to focus on the definition. Can you explain what each intangible asset is? And then understand that intangible assets don't depreciate. They do something called amortize. So the concept of amortization is introduced. And then again, every single chapter is going to be some financial analysis to learn. And so chapters 8 and chapter 9 has its share. And module 5 exam is on all 3 chapters. Again, once you click on your Wiley, you'll see module 5 is open. And as you scroll down this list, you'll see there's quite a few things to do, and it is quite time consuming. So I would get kickstarted right away. Again, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to write to me or set up a time to meet. Happy to do so. I hope you're doing well, and please keep in touch.